Beyond the Badge is brought to you by the Edina Crime Prevention Fund and AAA Minneapolis.
Welcome to Beyond the Badge, a program about the inner workings of the Edina Police and Fire Departments. Thanks for joining us. I'm Sergeant Brian Hubbard. More than 100 community members gathered to celebrate the completion of the Canine Memorial outside of the Edina Police Department.
Not only is it beautiful, but it's out here for the public.
Sergeant Kevin Rothedal, a former canine officer, joined other former and current canine officers to pay homage to their furry partners. The idea of having a memorial for the city's police dogs began 8 years ago. But it wasn't until last summer that those plans turned into a reality when sculptor Michelle Recchi and landscape architect Lance Elliott were hired. Edina Police Chief Dave Nelson says he's proud the department has a canine program and was thankful so many community groups worked together to make the memorial happen.
This is really important to us. It is so nice to have something here. It's been in the works for many years, but it's a place where canine handlers and their families can come. Department members can come and community members can come and just take a look and remember our canines so they're never forgotten.
It's just wonderful to have all aspects of our community here. This memorial is here to be shared with all of you and all of our community anytime you'd like to come and just kind of enjoy and realize the importance of the role of police dogs.
The memorial was planned and funded by the Edina Crime Prevention Fund, Edina Community Foundation, Edina Federated Women's Club, the Public Art Edina Working Group of the Arts and Culture Commission, and the Friends of the Brave. Fire pits are a staple of summertime fun, but can be dangerous if not tended to properly. Police Officer Bo Schoenhardt spoke with Edina Fire Inspector Brian Hanrahan to find out more about recreational fires in the city. Bo?
Thank you, Brian. I'm here today with Brian Hanrahan of the Edina Fire Department to talk about recreational fire safety. Brian, thanks for showing up today.
Thanks for having me out.
We're here today to talk about recreational fire safety at our home, whether it's with friends or family late at night or with some kids doing hot dogs and s'mores. Can you tell me some of the rules that we should follow when we're doing fire safety?
Yeah, there's some great simple precautions that everybody should take. You want to have a fire pit. You want to use a fire pit that's designed to actually burn wood and to be a fire pit. You want it to be 25 feet from any structure like the house. You want it 10 feet from a property line. You also want to have the ability to put the fire out when you're done or in case if it gets too big. And one of the things that's really easy that everybody has is a garden hose.
What are some of the things that we're allowed to burn? It's nice out, maybe we're doing some yard work. Are we allowed to burn things from our yard like grass or leaves or twigs and things like that?
No, what you're only allowed to burn is split dried firewood. That is designed to have to be in a fire pit. You don't want to burn yard waste. You don't want to burn sticks. You don't want to burn garbage. You don't want to use any sort of accelerants to get the fire going. You don't want to use gasoline on there at all. All those things would be a problem.
Now I'm noticing it's kind of windy today. Are there some regulations or rules that we should follow if it's overly windy?
Yes, you don't want to have a wreck fire if the winds are too strong, so like around 15 miles per hour. Then you run into the problem of the smoke blowing into neighbors' houses or into neighbors' yards, and then that could be a problem for those that live around you.
Now you mentioned our neighbors. Should maybe we tell them that we're going to have a fire, or maybe even invite them over to our fire?
Yeah, that'd be a good idea. You always want to let the neighbors know, just in case that they know that something bad isn't happening, that you guys are just having a wreck fire, and just to give them a heads up. And then you only want to be doing the wreck fire up until 10 p.m. at night, Sunday through Thursday. And then on the weekend days, you're allowed to start or keep that going until midnight.
Brian, are we required to have a permit every time we have a fire in the city of Edina?
You are required to have a permit, but not every time. There's a permit that can be found online that you can just fill out, and then that's good for the calendar year. So you wouldn't need to call in, or you wouldn't need to call the fire station every single time you're having a fire. But we do like to know through the permit process that you guys are going to have a wreck fire in your backyard.
Brian, is there a way someone can review everything we talked about today? Is there a resource that we have for everybody?
Yeah, all the information that we talked about this afternoon is available on our website.
And if they have follow-up questions or can't find it, can they just call the fire department?
Yeah, they can just give the fire department a call, 952-826-0330. We're there 24/7.
Brian, thanks for having me out today to talk about recreational fire safety.
Thanks for having me out, Bo.
Brian, back to you in the studio.
Thank you, Bo. Is your neighborhood registered for this year's Night to Unite? If not, now is the time to go to the city's website and join in. Each year on the first Tuesday in August, thousands of Minnesotans throw block parties to meet with neighbors and local emergency responders. The event promotes neighborhood spirit, increases awareness of crime prevention, and helps residents build stronger relationships with police officers and firefighters. If you'd like to get your neighborhood involved and have a fire or police presence, register for Night to Unite on the city's website. Aggressive driving is one of the most common problems on the road. According to AAA, nearly 80% of drivers express significant anger, aggression, or road rage behind the wheel at least once in the past year. The group also found that more than half of fatal crashes involved an aggressive driver. AAA says the most effective way of avoiding aggressive drivers is to remain calm and courteous.
So if you have angered another driver, whether it's your fault or theirs, the best thing to do is just to avoid eye contact. You don't want to interact with them because you don't know what's going to set them off or escalate the situation. So just stay calm, look straight. In the event that someone is following you and you feel very threatened, go ahead and drive to the nearest police station or a hospital or a fire station. You can always call 911.
If none of those options are possible, avoid eye contact or making offensive gestures and remove yourself from the aggressive driver's path. No matter what, stay in your vehicle as it offers you protection. On behalf of the City of Edina's Public Safety Team, thanks for tuning in to learn a little bit more of what goes on beyond the badge. Until next time, stay safe.